If you're clicking on this video, then you've probably heard One Battle After Another is the movie of the year. How is it though when a movie like this is so politically heavy, yet so basically universally loved? So I wanted to make this video to talk about the politics in the movie One Battle After Another. I just want to first start off by saying, like, when I first walked into the theater, I was so nervous I was not going to like this movie, especially since earlier this year I saw Sinners, and I wasn't in love with it. I know a lot of people loved it, but it just didn't hit me the same way it hit everybody else. I was really worried I was going to walk into this movie and just not like it, but I'm happy to report I did. So the movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro, and Leo's character and Tiana Taylor's character. They play these revolutionaries that are part of the French 75. They're a little bit like this Antifa-esque protest group. They use more vigilante, violent means to express their viewpoints. Tiana Taylor's character, whose name is Perfidia Beverly Hills, she ends up having a sexual relationship in the movie with Sean Penn's character, Stephen J. Lockjaw. See, Lockjaw, he's a colonel. He's got a stick up his butt. He walks a little bit weird, so you would think that too. He is kind of obsessed with Perfidia. He ends up getting pregnant by Lockjaw. Perfidia ends up getting caught as she continues doing the revolution. So Leo's character has to escape with her daughter. I feel like the movie struggles to find its footing at the very beginning of the movie. But once you fast forward 16 years into the future, the tone and the pacing just totally evens out. So let's talk about the politics for a second. The movie starts by having the revolutionaries free a bunch of immigrants that are in a camp or center. Benicio del Toro's character, Sensei, he has this he's basically housing a bunch of these immigrants, and which is just so timely right now because you have Stephen J. Lockjaw's character, right? And he is trying his hardest to find his daughter because he wants to join the Christmas Adventurers Club. He just says in the movie, he's find me a reason to go into the city, drugs, whatever it is. I think a lot of us resonate with that scene because we feel like that's how our government is acting today. Sure, there are some parts of this movie that are definitely satirical, specifically the Christmas Adventurers Club, but some of it's honestly a pretty accurate reflection of how Americans are feeling about their government, namely the arbitrariness of the law and where and when it applies. So Lockjaw's doing this manhunt for her daughter, right? And he's doing it because he wants to join the Christmas Adventurers Club. And this club is a satire on Christian nationalists. And they have all these arbitrary rules of what makes you pure enough to be in their society. And I actually think that they're a really good contrast with the nuns later in the movie. So the nuns are interesting because they said that they grow weed and they helped house these revolutionaries. They also one of them swears in the movie, and so it kind of catches you off guard and you're like, okay, well, these are kind of weird nuns. I think that they're portrayed that way to contrast them with the Christmas Adventurers Club. When Lockjaw is looking for his daughter, they actually encounter this dude on the street because they're questioning people, right? And he's like, oh yeah, she's probably at the nuns or whatever. He's like, they grow weed. And I find that so interesting because even he knows, the nuns wear it more on their sleeve about who they are. Whereas the Christmas Adventurers Club, they're all about secrecy. They're all about, no one can know about us. Yet they perform these kind of heinous acts, right? They ask the one dude to go kill Lockjaw and his daughter. So I think that they're meant to contrast each other. I want to talk about Chase Infinity's character, Willa. Willa, I think, represents the whole, the big theme of the movie. The movie's called One Battle After Another, right? Willa, the entire movie is just dealing with the choices of her parents. And she just has to deal with what Bob wants her to do, which is Leo's character, her mother's choices and Lockjaw's choices. All of these she just has to deal with. She didn't choose any of it. And Perfidia is meant to be, she represents the younger generation. She represents Gen Z or Gen Alpha, the people who are growing up currently with the choices of those who came before. And the point is that the previous generations didn't always make the best choices. They sometimes made really bad decisions, which have harmful consequences on us. As one of the points of the movie, I think that that's what America is about. It's about improving each generation, right? Each generation is going to leave some problems to the next generation. And it's up to us, the next generation, to try to remedy those. And that's the name of the movie. It's one battle after another. As a society, we are hopefully going to always try to continue to progress forward and to always choose to do the right thing that's going to benefit people. Even the younger generation, when they become the older generation, they're going to make mistakes and they're going to leave poor consequences for the next generation. And the movie ends with the song American Girl. It ends with her leaving to go to a protest. The movie ends with Willow reading a letter from Perfidia. Perfidia says, like, are you going to, fight the good fight like I did? We failed, but maybe you won't, right? And I think that that's like every generation is going to fail to some degree, but the next generation can pick up where they left off and try to keep fighting the good fight. I think that that was sort of the point of the movie, is that there's always something to fight for. There's always something to push forward to. I really like this movie. I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites of the year so far. I'm really looking forward to see if this wins Best Picture, and also just the legacy it has in general. With that said, this is a new YouTube channel, and I'm planning on posting every single Monday. But let me know what you guys thought about this movie. Till next time.